Here we are going to be looking at still ECN 203, okay, and we are going to be looking at question 4. And under question 4 we are going to be looking at, suppose the profit be in millions of francs for a new cooker manufacturer can be modeled by pi of x is equal to negative x cubed plus 4x squared plus x, where x is the number of cooker made in millions. Currently the company produces 4 million, so it means that x is the number of cooker which the company produces 4 million, okay, and we are told that the company produces 4 million, makes a profit of 4 million. You know, pi represents the profit, so here is another 4 million francs. This one is 4 million francs, and this is 4 million cookers, okay. So it therefore means that we are told that in A can the company make a lesser number of cooker and still make the same profit? The answer is yes. And what you do is you do what we call the trial by error method. If you put in 4 here, when they give you an equation like this, the first thing you do is you take pi to test whether this is correct. You replace this 4 where we have 4 here, and you replace it in the equation. We have negative 4 to the power 3 plus 4 times 4 to the power 2 plus 4, okay. So if you do this, you are expecting 4 million to be the profit. So here we are going to have 4 to the power 3 is minus 64 plus, this is to the power 2, 16 times 4, 64 plus 4, okay. So negative 64 plus 64, that's 0 plus 4, you see we have 4. And then we multiply by 1 million since we did not put the values in million, okay. So you see that if we produce 4 million of the quantity, we are going to get 4 million of profit based on our profit function. So they are now asking us what other quantity can we produce that we are still going to have the profit of 4 million. Now, what I did is I replaced the x first of all by 3, I replaced by 2, and I replaced by 1. And the one which actually gave me 4 million is 1. So we are going to use 1 and see how it gives us a 4 million. So we have pi of 1 is equal to, there will be negative 1 to the power 3 plus 4 times 1 to the power 2 plus 1. Now 1 to the power 3 is 1 times minus 1 is minus 1 plus 1 to the power 2 is 1 times 4 is 4 plus 1, okay. So if you take minus 1 plus 4 is minus 3, minus 1 plus 4 is 3 plus 1, that will give us 4. So our answer will be 4 times 1 million, that will give us 4 million, okay. So you discover that here we can also make a profit of 4 million by producing what? 1 million. So you conclude by saying that yes, the company, because the question was, can the company make a lesser number of cooker and still make the same profit? Your answer is going to be yes. From the calculation above, you can see that the profit is 4 million when the company also produces at 1 million, which 1 million is less than 4 million. So it therefore means that if they produce at 1 million, they can also make a profit of 4 million. Okay, let's go to the B part. Okay, what is the B part saying? The B part says that if the company produces 2 million of cooker, it makes a profit of 10 million francs. Find another number of cooker that the manufacturer could produce to make the same profit. Now, same like the other one we did, I tried many other alternatives, and the option that I saw was 3.5, okay. So here we replace by 3.5. That is still going to give us 10 million, okay. But before this, we are being told that the quantity produced is 2 million cookers, okay, and the cost or the profit that was realized is 10 million francs, okay. So they're asking us to look for another output that will give us 10 million francs. So what I use is 3.5. We're going to replace 3.5 in all the equation, to the power 3 plus 4 times 3.5 to the power 2 plus 3.5. So if we do this, 3.5 to the power 3, that is going to give us negative 42.875 plus this to the power 2 times 4, that was going to give us 49 plus 3.5. Okay, so here we come now down here, we are going to have negative 42.5875 plus 49 plus this is 52.5, and if we take this minus this, we'll have 9 million something. So I made a note that you need to round up this value, okay? You round up the value to the nearest whole number before you subtract. So if we have to round up the value to the nearest whole number, I discovered if you round up here, we are going to have minus 43 plus 53. And if you subtract this, we are going to have exactly what? 10 million, okay? We are going to have 10. You multiply this by 1 million, and we are going to have 10 million. So it therefore means that if they need to make the same profit of 10 million, they need to actually produce 3.5 million units, or 3.5 million cookers. So this is what they have to produce to be able to have 10 million again. Okay, now we go to question 5. You can be able to answer the other parts if there are other parts there. We go now to question 5. Question 5 is a little bit different from question 4, and the question 5 is saying that you are a senior manager for a manufacturer of iPhones. The demand function for iPhones is the demand function of iPhones is P of x is equal to negative x squared plus 4x plus 3. Before I continue, I would like to tell people that this equation is somehow wrong, because here is supposed to be 4 for this equation to be correct, okay? Here we are supposed to have 4 instead of 3. From the calculation, you're going to see what I'm saying. So we have we are told that it costs the company 300 euros to make 150 iPhones. So we are told that it costs the company 300 euros to make 150 iPhones. Okay, so it therefore means that if it costs the company 300 euros to make 150 iPhones, we are going to calculate the cost per unit. How much did it cost the company to make one iPhone? That will be the cost 300 divided by 150, and this we are going to have 2 francs per iPhone. So it means that it costs the company 2 euros. Cost the company 2 euros to make one iPhone. So we are going to look at A. A says we should write an equation giving profit as a function of the number of iPhone produced. Currently, the company produces 4 million of iPhone and makes a profit of 4 million. So it therefore implies that if the company produces 4 million iPhone and they make a profit of 4 million, this therefore implies that our profit per unit, that means the amount of profit we are making for every 1 unit we sell, profit per unit is equal to the amount of profit divided by the quantity that was produced. And we are going to have 1 euro per unit, okay? So it therefore means that if we are making 2 euros for producing 1 unit of iPhone, and we are making a profit of 1 euro, and the question is asking us to represent write an equation of the profit, and so profit function, okay? So our profit function here is 1. So what you need to do is just to multiply the 1 with this function to get a profit function. So to get our profit function, which is of x, will be equal to all of this multiplied by 1. That's 1 multiplied by the equation up there, x squared plus 4x plus 3. But I'll be using plus 4, okay? Because 4 is the correct value. If you use 3 there, you will not give you this. If you use 3 in this equation here, you will not give you this 4 million. So if you have to multiply this 1 minus x squared plus 4x plus 4. So this is going to be our answer. But if you want to use what the question gave, then here is going to be 3. So that is the profit function. Now B says, can the company make a lesser number of iPhones and still make the same profit? Yeah, the company can make a lesser number of iPhones, okay? And how would the company make a lesser number of iPhones? From my calculation and all estimates, we are now going to be from my calculation and all estimates, I discovered that the company should not produce anything to be able to make a profit of 4 million. Now, if this equation is represented here by 4, if the company produces nothing, we are going to have here minus 0 to the power 3, to the power 2, plus 4 times 0, plus 4, okay? So you discover here that here will be 0, minus 0, here will be plus 0, and here will be what, 4. And it therefore means that we are still going to have 4 million. So I think this part also makes sense to you people. So you see, they're still going to have the same profit of 4 million francs, but the output they need to produce is 0. They will produce nothing. So your answer will be yes, but they will produce nothing. So 0, they will produce nothing. That's it, and that will take you to the B part. Now, if we look at the C part actually you can do it like the other one which I've done, okay, and so on. So now we are going to go to question number. So I believe with this explanation you can be able to answer question 6, question and so on. So the only question I'm going to do now, which is also easy, you can also do it yourself, is question 3. That is easy, just selecting the numbers and so on. So in some few minutes I will take time again and then I'll come back to accounting.